Madeline Chorus, give it up for her, please. And Amanda, Roberto, Chris William, they're great. Hey, if this show goes well, I'm gonna invite you all to my house. You can see my really cool 7-foot-tall Brokeback Mountain poster. I too am wearing regular underwear and a full bush. Great. And John Candelaria pitched no-hitter in 1976. So did Larry Durker, but nobody asked. You guys are awesome. Give it up for the staff too, please. Great. My name's Mike Hughes. I am from Endicott.
Yeah.
I love how even in Endicott, you guys are like, I guess. Shit. I do, no, it's cool. I do shows all over the state. And I'm like, I'm from Endicott, and everybody's like, fuck. Like, do you know it? Yeah. What's your favorite part about it? The exit. I'm like, yeah, me too. It's cool. This is fun. I love doing comedy. It's my favorite part. It's my favorite job ever. I love the audience. The audience is great. A lot of times after shows, people in the audience want to get pictures taken with their favorite comedian. And I'm getting very good at taking those photos for them. Lots of different angles, it's good. You'll see later, it's cool. I host a lot of shows, and I love hosting shows. But I love the audience, and you guys are amazing in person. On the internet, you're fucking monsters. I love the audience. I love doing shows. I host a lot, and every once in a while I'll get rated. I'll get emails about a show I did. And here's a rating that I got 2 weeks ago. And I promise you, I had a really good show. I had a really good set. Everybody but one person liked it. And I got the email. And here's what it said. The host was pretty pathetic. But he'd make a really good knockoff Paul Blart. You know, the mall cop? And he was trying to be mean, but that is the nicest thing anybody's ever said about me. That guy took one look at me and thought, man, that guy could work in law enforcement. Just the thought of that made my dad proud of me for a second. So it's always been one of my dreams to work no more than 5 minutes from an Annie Ann's. Pretzel place, guys, all right. So he went on, he said, I told him I was from Endicott, and he said, I knew he was from Endicott immediately by looking in his eyes. There was a vapid look in that man's eyes. And I was like, oh, LASIK can correct your vision, but it can't take the Endicott out of your eyes. Makes sense. Great part is, he doesn't know that I get the emails. So I have his email address. And now my spam mail has a new home. So he can hurt my feelings, he can try to get me out of comedy. But for the rest of his life, he is gonna get every single medical research alert for chlamydia. It's a present for both of us. It's gonna be great. I love talking show at the audience. Afterward, I did a show in Sayre one time. And a guy came up to me after the show, and he goes, hey man, just gotta tell you, I love your shirt. I was like, thanks, what'd you think of my set? He said, I really like your shirt. I said, you know what, it's a rough night, I'll fucking take it, that's fine. It's fine. It's cool when somebody comes up and be like, hey, and says, you're my favorite comedian of the night. I wish I wasn't always standing right next to their favorite comedian. I was like, let me get to my car before I start hurting my feelings. I did a contest in Rochester. It was 2.5 hours away. It's a really nice place, and we had about 100 people there. And comedy contest is pretty self-explanatory. Comedians just go from room to room, all over the state, to find another group of people who don't like us. You guys have reunions. We have comedy contests. So it was a few years ago, and this crowd, the contest determined my crowd vote. So I didn't win, and I'm in the back, kind of licking my wounds. And I clocked this guy. He's 150 years old. And he walks, I saw him cut across a bunch of people. And he came right up to me. And he said, hey man, you had some good stuff, but you're not for me. I said, you came over to me. You realize you're the asshole here, right? And he goes, yeah. And he goes, he's like, it's not your fault. You see, I'm more of a Three Stooges kind of guy. So I hit him in the head with a fucking ladder. Best ride home I ever had in my life. Last December, I did a show at the Vestal Elks Lodge because my career is awesome. I am Elks Lodge good. And I hosted the show, and I had 2 other comedians there. And after we were talking, and this really nice woman, she's a little drunk, and we're talking for a few minutes, and finally she goes, listen, I gotta ask you, why aren't you at the caliber of the other 2 comedians? Right? The caliber. I was like, all right, that's the last show of mine you get to see, Mom. Dad was right about everything. Jerk. But it's cool, I love doing this. I get to go all over the state. I don't want to brag, but I did a show last summer in Unadilla. Yeah. It was at a campground because my career is on fire. And we had so much fun. It was so much fun. And I had a good set. And then afterward, this guy came up to me. He goes, dude, thank you so much for doing this show. I do have to tell you though, this morning, I played cornhole with like 30 people who look just like you. Ouch. That's a new low. I knew I've let myself go over the years, but I didn't think I was cornhole fat. That one hurt. Like 10 years ago, I weighed 158 pounds. Now I weigh more than that. Let's be nice. Like, I don't want a lot out of life. I just want to look like I can walk a flight of stairs without having to call for an Uber. Like, I'm pretty much as big as I've ever been. It's kind of like a new feeling for me. So I don't really feel that fat all the time, but I do get reminders. I went to the Endicott Burned Dairy, because I was doing really well. And I went to the Burned Dairy and I wanted a cheeseburger in the display case. So I said to the cashier, I said, may I have a cheeseburger? And she said, just one? I was like, fuck off! I mean, I got the second one, I wasn't happy about it. Happy when I ate it, and sad after. I think that's a pretty good balance. Sad. I don't know. Anybody here run on purpose?
Why?
Yeah, why? Well, I'm not asking on a date. That ain't what I'm doing. This is my people. I was like, anybody run? Fuck exercise. No, we're here for a reason. Had the quesadilla, by the way. I don't want to surprise you guys. I've never run. Like, really? Unless I've been chased. Like, anybody done a marathon? I know one person who hasn't. I've never run a marathon. Never run a marathon, but I do have 3 26.2 mile stickers in the back of my car. I just want to make people feel like they've wasted their lives. Pretty good for me. That's cool. I got, Chris mentioned it. Anybody got, are we dog fan or cat fan?
Yeah.
Dog? How many people here, who's got cats? Let's do it this way. Who's got cats? Just raise your hand. I like how it took you 2 minutes to raise your hand on that. It's like, fuck. Were the cats your idea? His wife says, no. Are you guys the ones who've been married for 49 years? We didn't need to say it. It was so much relief. So, how many people have dogs? All right. How many people hate cats? Monsters. How many people hate dogs? She raised her hand and said, just kidding. Yeah, that no shit. I love how everybody's like, it's cool to hate cats. Like, fuck cats. Nobody cares. Nobody ever says fuck dogs. That's how we know who the serial killers are. I got both. I love my dog. Dogs weird. I got 3 cats though. I love the cats so much. You guys take your cats to the vets? Yeah. I take my cats to the vet because I believe one of us in the house should have affordable health care. Hey, me. So, I love taking my cats to the vet because my cat's vet does something really cool. She puts my last name with the cat's first name. You know, so it's like Dennis Peters. It's really cool. It's super sweet. Also incredibly depressing, because that's it for me. The family line is gonna die with a tabby. Which is my dad's least favorite joke because it's the most honest. But I love the vet, she's really cool. My cat is a little overweight, because it runs with the family. And so we go there and she said I had to put him on a diet. And that was a very uncomfortable conversation for me to have with the cat. You guys have eyes? I had to get down on one knee and I'm like, hey buddy, we gotta lose some weight, we gotta drop some pounds. And he looked at me with eyes and just screamed, you first, asshole. He's like, you put down the Taco Bell, we'll talk. We did not put down the Taco Bell, not at all. Dude, I love my dog too. Dog turned 15, and if I'm being honest, like it wasn't technically my dog. My girlfriend had it for like 11 years, and I met the dog, and I loved him right away. How many people have dogs again? Who's got a dog? Yeah? So you got a dog, sir, in the middle? How long did it take for you to fall in love with a dog?
10 minutes.
10 minutes, right? I have a buddy who's had his dog for 2 years, and he has not said I love you to the dog. It's crazy, yeah, serial killer, you're right. It's crazy. Like, I get if it's your wife, your girlfriend. But this is your dog! He's never like, I love you, buddy. Never. I told my dog I loved him while he's shitting on the carpet. It is unconditional. And I know it feels bad. I'm like, I'm sorry, buddy. Look, I'll do it too. Mom will clean it up. She loves it. Loves it. Like I said, it's my girlfriend's dog, and it took me like 3 months to tell my girlfriend I loved her. It took me 3 seconds to tell the dog I loved him. Which is a problem because I told the dog I loved him before I told the girlfriend I loved her. Made it pay for a very uncomfortable ride home for both of them. Here's how much I love the dog. If my house is on fire, I would run into that burning building, save the dog, and close the door on my girlfriend. Don't feel bad for her. She didn't have a great life. She had a really shitty boyfriend who let her die in a house fire. She could do way better. Took the dog to the vet, and the dog, he's a Karen Terrier. So he's supposed to be like 15 pounds, 16 pounds. He's 24 pounds because I really love him. My mom did it for me, I did it for him. So I love the dog, and his vet was really cool. And the first time she saw him, she goes, wow, he's a prosperous little dude. Which is the nicest way I've ever heard anybody called fat. Like, it's way better than the fat fuck I get from my girlfriend. I was like, man, next time I need a pick-me-up, I'm going to the vet. She knows how to treat a man. I told my girlfriend one time, she's really nice, she's really funny. I told her, I was having like a fat day, just one day. And I told her, I'm like, babe, I feel enormous. She goes, hey, you're my dream man. I'm gonna be with you if you lose 100 pounds or if you gain 10 pounds. It's like, it's really nice to know if I ever want out of this relationship, all I have to do is eat a third piece of pie. I like pie way more than I like you, so it's go. Do you guys have New Year's resolutions? Do you guys still do those at all? Yeah, this seems like a room that really knows its limitations. It's like, we tried it in the 80s, fuck it. I don't know why I still do it. I do it every year. And I try to make these grand plans. Like every year I'm like, all right, I'm gonna lose 100 pounds. Then January 2nd comes around, I'm like, fuck it, I'm having cake. Cake is way better. This year I try to make my weight loss goal a little more manageable. Like, I just want to lose enough weight so that when I walk into a Chinese buffet, I don't hear, oh shit, in 2 languages. That'd be a win for me. My girlfriend and I, we're trying to eat better. Well, she is. I'm just lying to her more. Way better. She called me, she's really excited. She's like, hey, I'm really proud of myself today. I had an avocado and kale smoothie and a salad for lunch. How'd you do? I was like, well, I had a Rice Krispie treat for breakfast and a better life 3 years ago. Stop calling me, it makes me sad. But I gotta eat better, and I gotta eat more vegetables. I love vegetables. Can't trust all of them. I don't trust cucumber at all. I don't trust any vegetable that can fuck my girlfriend better than I can. Cucumber, zucchini, baby carrots. This guy knows. They're all on the list. They know what they did. I had like a wake-up call recently. Anybody into like punk rock, emo music? Yeah? What's your favorite emo band?
Newfound Glory.
Newfound Glory. Well, it's not an emo band, but you're close. All right. Do you know Get Up Kids? Anybody know the Get Up Kids? Yeah, they're like pretty much known for like really sad music and skinny jeans. Pretty much it. So my girlfriend I love the Get Up Kids. My girlfriend went to a Get Up Kids concert, and she's like, "Do you want anything from that?" I'm like, "Yeah, give me a shirt." You guys know where I'm going with this. She texts back, "Yeah, they don't have a shirt your size." Yeah, I listen to emo music because I'm sad already. I don't need another reason to listen to Death Cab for Cutie. Here's the deal. When you get winded while wiping your ass, it's time to put down the Big Mac. Also, I don't know why you're bringing a Big Mac to the bathroom, but that's a problem for a different day, I suppose. This is true. One time I pulled a muscle in my back while wiping my ass. Yeah, at that point I'm like, fuck it, I'm taking a shower. My girlfriend came up, she's like, that's your third shower today. I was like, yeah, I had Taco Bell and Chinese. I'm like, get over here, bring the loofah, we got work to do. Wasn't her favorite Valentine's Day, but she's a team player. I really was. Like I weighed like 158 pounds like 10 years ago, and like I used to be in great shape. Now I'm just a great shape. That's different. Like now, like when I stand up to pee, I just kind of hope it's going in the right direction. Like if I think hard enough, it's not going to go down my leg again. You know, like, it's bad. My girlfriend, oh, by the way, when I was single, it was so much easier to lose weight than when I'm with somebody. Do you guys have that feeling too? No? One guy's like, no, you're wrong. Here's the deal, when I'm single, I buy food for one person and I eat for one person. With my girlfriend, I buy food for both of us and I end up eating food for both of us. She eats like a bird. She'll eat a couple minutes, she'll eat a couple pieces and then give it to me. And then she's like, you gotta watch what you eat. I'm like, is this a fucking trap? She's really funny. She tried to make me feel better and motivate me in her own way. She said to me, she's like, hey, you like it when I suck your dick, right? I'm like, yeah, that's a fun time for me. Then she said, wouldn't you like to see it too? Yeah, I'm like, why don't you turn up Death Cab for Cutie? I got another reason to cry. Bad. How many people smoke pot? Or eat it, or whatever you freaks do? Yeah? Has anybody here never smoked pot? Yeah, like 4 people. Wow. Amazing. Any reason why? Just don't want to? Dare really did its job, huh? I'm really fucking afraid of McGruff. He's hiding somewhere. Fucking, I don't have a vacuum everywhere. How about you? Any reason you haven't smoked?
No, had a bite scared me straight.
Damn right, yeah. Me too. I've never smoked pot, which has never gotten a standing ovation, so congrats on keeping that streak going, guys. Never smoked pot. People don't believe it, you know, because of the way I dress. But I've never smoked pot. And nobody cheers. Most people think I'm a loser for not smoking pot. Even my grandma thinks I'm a loser. My grandma was diagnosed with glaucoma a few years ago, and she called me. She goes, "Hey, if you ever need medicinal weed, let me know." I was like, thanks, Grandma, I don't smoke pot. She said, whatever, bitch. You know how grandmas are? I have nothing against smoking pot. Like, if you want to do it, that's fine. I'm not going to judge you for it. I just have never needed any help eating honey buns. I went to college on a honey bun scholarship. I'm good. Like, my favorite class there was the ethics of pie. I'm solid there. And I got a buddy of mine, he's always trying to get me to smoke pot. Like, if you ever want marijuana, say you've never smoked it. Yeah, they're pushers. Fucking Dare was right. They're waiting for you. And like, nobody believes I've never done it or anybody, like, and they're always like, why? Why haven't you smoked? Like, it was something bad happened? Like, why? Did you have a bad experience? No. Do you not have any? Here. Like, Dare warned me about you. Go away. No, I got a buddy. He goes, like, I just don't want to get high, you know. And he goes, dude, it's not about getting high. It's just such a great feeling, you know. You'll never have that feeling. I'm like, you know what? You know what's a great feeling for me? Eating half a cheesecake over the kitchen sink. Amazing feeling. He goes, yeah, but you've never had as good a sleep as if you have a little indica before you go down. I'm like, oh yeah, you know what puts me to sleep really well? A bottle of wine and a couple of corn dogs. I call it a state fairy tale. Only costs $11 and a little bit of pride. Go for it. I'm a big baseball fan. Anybody like baseball here?
No.
Yeah? You got a team?
Mets.
Fuck. Listen, man, I love the Mets too, but we've had about a good calendar year. The Mets just lost 7 in a row. Fuck. It's ended. How long have you been a Mets fan?
My whole life.
All right. No, I get it. I can just smell sadness. It's fine. You ever left Endicott? Because that'll help. Yeah, I tried. Listen, I moved away for a while, and I now live 6 minutes from my mom and dad. Fucking, it's awful. No, I'm a big Mets fan. I get really excited when the baseball season comes around because I know I'm going to spend the next 7 months watching Mets games and hanging out with my cats. You know, living the life you only read about in suicide notes. It's tough. I did the worst thing ever. My girlfriend grew up in Pennsylvania, and her dad's a big Yankees fan. Huge Yankee fan. And he raised her as a Yankees fan. And then she moved up here, and I converted her into a Mets fan. It is the meanest thing I've ever done to a woman. Even R. Kelly's like, dude, that's fucked up. I'm sorry. At least I didn't put it on the internet. But I love baseball. It's my favorite sport. It's in my blood because my grandpa, he was a catcher in the minor leagues in the 40s and 50s. And back then, they had smaller gloves. So when you were catching, you had to use both hands. You had to cover your glove with your bare hand. And mistakes would happen. So my grandpa said that he broke 9 of his 10 fingers. And I'm like 8, 9 years old, and I'm asking him which finger didn't you break? And he showed me his middle finger. And even then, I'm like, that doesn't make sense. I said, you never broke your middle finger? And he goes, no, I did. I just always wanted to give a 9-year-old the finger. All right, everybody's got different bucket lists. That's cool. Good for you. But I'm a big Mets fan, and I was watching a game probably about a month ago. And their catcher, Luis Torrens, he's a very good defensive catcher. He took a foul ball off his balls. Which happens a lot more than you think, because the announcers can't come right out and say it. They have to tiptoe around what happened. They use euphemisms to protect our ears. So this grown man is in a puddle of tears because he just got hit in the balls. And the announcers are like, oh, he got hit in a sensitive place. He got hit in a bad area. And I know they can't do it, but just once, I want them to be like, oh, Torrens just got blasted in the fucking nuts. Just one time. And you can't do that with censors. So it should be creative. Like, oh, it's a good thing Terrence has 2 kids already because Alamar just made sure he can't have a 3rd. At the very least, give me, oh, that's 1 strike on 2 balls. Be fun. He was fine. He was wearing a cup. He's wearing a cup. Everything's gonna be okay. And I don't know if you guys played baseball before. I used to play, and we always wore cups. Well, most of us always wore cups. But our coach used to come around and do a cup check. Do anybody play and have that happen to them? All right, so here's what it is. Basically, you have like 12 5th graders lined up on the first and 3rd base line, right here, spread legs apart, and the coach would come around with a metal bat, and he would hit you as hard as he could in the cup if you were wearing one. If you weren't wearing one, all you had to say was, not wearing a cup. Or you could lie and your kids would come out cross-eyed later. Your call. By the way, that seems like an amazing job to have. But you're never going to find that at the job fair. I would volunteer to do it. And if you've ever met a 5th grader, you'd want to hit him in the nuts at least twice. They're terrible. But it happened. And I was in college, and I was telling a buddy of mine, my roommate, about the cup checks. And I was like, yeah, our coach would line us up, and he'd hit us with a bat. And he didn't say anything for a little bit. And he was just looked confused. And he said, your coach didn't use his hand? I was like, no, he didn't use his hand. He also didn't do cup checks behind a friendlies. You should call the cops. It's okay, he turned out to be a really good basketball player, so I think it worked out okay for him. I love my grandpa. It's a weird transition, but I was talking about him. I love my grandpa. I'll never forget his last words. Hey, what are you doing with that pillow? Some of you guys got that before he did. My grandma had a famous saying around the house. She used to cook a lot. She'd say, hurry up and eat it. It's almost spoiled. That's how my grandpa stopped going down on her. Yeah, that'll ruin Thanksgiving for generations. We've got to the gross portion of the show, all right. Anybody here divorced? Yeah, are you happy about it?
Yes.
Did you initiate it?
Yes.
Or any reason why?
No. He was not a good person and a good dad.
Not a good person and a good dad, okay. Okay, I don't want to dip into that too much. I feel like I'm going to cry. So you were the better person and the better dad?
Yes.
Good for you, all right. I got a buddy, I got 2 friends. I was best man in their weddings. They're both divorced, so I'm not invited to the second weddings. But one of my buddies, Jason, he got divorced because he said that he and his wife started to feel more like his sister than his wife. And I was like, oh my God, thank God, because my girlfriend's breasts feel nothing like my sister's breasts. Dodge a bullet there. That's my sister's least favorite joke, but it's true. Listen, I'm 42. I can't give you any life lessons, but what I've learned is that life is all about perspective. Like for instance, like I have a brother. I've got one brother, and he's a complete asshole. But it could be way worse. My sister has 2 brothers, and they're both complete assholes. Sucks for her. It's terrible. I don't have kids. You're welcome, society. But I'm like the cool uncle. I feel like I'm the cool uncle. And my girlfriend and I, we went to my sister's house for Christmas. And it was me, my girlfriend, my sister, my brother-in-law, and my niece and nephew. And they wanted to play Cards Against Humanity. Do you guys know that game? Yeah. It's fantastic. Just offensive questions, offensive salute. Like, everything's awesome about it. Just the most horrific shit. And this year was extra special because I got to make my nephew say blowjob in front of his mom. I was like, that's a new tradition we can share. Fantastic. I'm Italian. Anybody else Italian?
Yes.
Sweet. Sweet. You Italian? How much?
Half.
Half? What's the other half?
Like English.
Doesn't fucking matter, does it?
No, not really.
No? English? I got a little English. Yeah, nobody gives a fuck. Here's my thing. If part of your nationality is like known for pizza, fuck the rest. Doesn't matter. I'm a quarter Italian. My mom is half Italian, but she's like 100% stubborn. Like Italian. Like my mom doesn't like to admit when she's done anything wrong. My mom said that she's only made 4 mistakes in her whole life, and she had to name every one of them. I'm number 3. Anybody here have a favorite child? Fuck, you do? Oh, you only have one. That doesn't matter. How many people have multiple? Like, fuckers. How many people have multiple kids? You got how many? How many you got? 3. 3? I know who's not your favorite. Are you the middle child?
No, first.
Damn right. She doesn't even remember the middle child's name. Are you the favorite? You're the oldest?
I don't know.
Are your siblings here with you?
No.
Fuck them. You're the favorite tonight, and that's what matters most. Damn right.
He has twin sisters.
Twin sisters? Oh shit, so the middle one is like neglected by a minute. Ouch, that sucks. What's that? 30 minutes? Oh man, the youngest one didn't want to let go, huh? It's like, it's fucking comfortable here. Man.
I say the same thing.
What? Yeah. Husband said, I said the same thing. Then why don't you have a 4th?
I was done after.
That's awesome. I asked that question one time, and the middle child was in the room, and he was wearing camouflage. And I was like, fucking perfect, because nobody's gonna see it after this. I love it. I'm the third kid. Like I knew my parents had 4 kids, and my mom like every parent says they love their kids the same. They don't have a favorite kid. I think that's a lie. I think every parent has a favorite child. The good ones don't let those kids know who it is. My mom ranked her kids from 1 to 4 on Mother's Day. Yeah. I mean, she waited till after she got her gifts. Because my mom's an asshole, she's not stupid. Here's the deal, I'm the 3rd kid. I knew I wasn't the favorite. I just wanted a place. Give me a top 3 finish and I'm good. Because I'm the 3rd. Like my parents, they wanted a kid, so they had my sister. And they wanted her to have a buddy, so they had my other sister. I'm just proof that my dad sucks at pulling out. If I showed any promise in the first 5 years, I wouldn't have a little brother. You guys getting there? I asked my dad one time, like, hey, why'd you have Chris when I was 6? He said, your finger painting sucked. He never once colored inside the lines and we asked. We had to do something. I'm like, fair enough. So here's what happened. We all go, and my siblings and I, we don't see each other. We're not all in the same room a lot. So this Mother's Day we all went to my grandma's house, and my mom was excited. She's like, oh my God, I never had the kids all together. Let's play a game. So like, all right. And so we're all sitting in the circle, and my mom goes, she says to my oldest sister, Katrina, she's like, Katrina, how much money is in your bank account? She said, $1,000. She goes, my little brother Chris, how much is in your account? He said, $37. She said, Mike, how much is in your account? I said, I owe you 17. Things weren't going really well for me now, or then. They're not going much better now. And then I have an autistic sister, Trisha, and she lives in a group home paid for by the taxpayers. Thank you guys. She's living a great life. My mom says, Trisha, how much money is in your account? And she said $13,000. And my mom looks at her and she goes, that's why she's my favorite. I was like, awesome, I hope she helps you when you don't want to go to the home. Trisha's not allowed roommates. My parents, they just celebrated their 50th anniversary. So we had, who's 49? You guys? Yeah? What'd you guys do to celebrate your 49th? Not a damn thing. I fucking went to bed early. Separate rooms, of course. That's how we keep the magic alive. My parents, they celebrated their 50th anniversary, which is a big deal. And my oldest sister and I, we decided to go in on a get together because it's big, you know? Like the first anniversary is paper, second is cotton, 50th anniversary is gravestones. We don't have to worry about the burial plots. My parents did that. They're at separate ends of the cemetery so my dad can enjoy death. Those are his words. But yeah, they've been together 50 years. They never cheat on each other, which is an amazing feeling to know that both your parents are unfuckable. You sleep way better knowing that nobody wants to fuck your mom. You know, it's great. They fought a lot when we were kids, but they never came close to breaking up, getting a divorce, because to them the two scariest words in the English language were sole custody. I don't think they wanted the four of us together. Like, there's no way they're going to go 4-on-1. It's not going to work. But we always played the game. Like when we were kids, we wanted to figure out like we always thought about, you know, if they did get divorced, where would we go? You know, for a better. Oh, some people like, Jesus Christ, sorry you had a good childhood. But it was always a very difficult thing because like my mom used to bring us home McDonald's twice a week, but my dad kept his liquor cabinet unlocked. Where do you go? You know. So I'm about 16 years old, and I said to my parents, I'm like, hey, pretend you guys got divorced. Like, who gets the kids? My mom said the state. I was like, I'm gonna go play outside. This didn't work out as well as I thought it would work. They're cool people now. They sucked as not fun like 20 years ago, but they're great now. And they got awesome sense of humor. Every year, like my dad is 77 and my mom is 73, I think. And so every year on their birthday, I get them a present just to improve my status in their will. That's it. Like, I just want to improve my draft status. You know, that's all about. I'm the middle child. That's all I can do. Because this is what I do for a living. I don't have a 401k. My parents' inheritance is my 401k. And I'm cool with that. The only drag is the waiting. Like, I love my parents, but I want a house. Let's move it along. Let's go. My parents have a super dark sense of humor. And I love it. Every year in their card, I write "getting closer." They love it. It kills every time. You know who doesn't have a good sense of humor about that? The lawyer who drafted their will. Not a good sense of humor on that guy. I had to go in there. My sister is the executive to the will. I'm the witness to it. So we go in there, and the lawyer is explaining what happens. He said, if both your parents die together in an accident, you each will inherit $3 million. And I smiled. And I said to the lawyer, like I smiled at my sister, and I said to the lawyer, define accident. He goes, what? And my dad said, shut up, Mike. And I said, watch how you talk to me. I'm going to be a millionaire soon. So that bastard. My girlfriend, she works as a legal secretary, which means she makes more money than I do. But if we're being honest, this is what I do for a living. My girlfriend could volunteer at a soup kitchen and still make more money than I do. Because like most times after shows, I'll make enough money to bring us home soup. Most times. But if she is volunteering at that soup kitchen, we are absolutely eating soup. It's the stability I value. I was doing a show in Bainbridge. And you guys ever been there?
Yeah.
Ooh, why?
We were at your show.
You're at there?
Yeah.
Oh shit, alright. So you might have heard this joke. By the way, Bainbridge is a fun place. It's weird, but it's fun. And Forge Brewing Company is great too. But,
Jerry's?
what's that?
Is it Jerry's?
I don't think so.
Orange Brewing.
Forge Brewing Company. There's another place in Bainbridge? Holy fuck! It is booming!
I drove a UPS truck from here to Bainbridge.
Oh shit.
15 years I was out there.
15 years, man. Did you find something else to do out there or no?
Well, I knew everybody's car color, I knew everybody's like.
Listen, it's not that impressive. There are 8 people there. They all have the same last name, too. One's a deer. So I was doing the show, and Bainbridge is a fun town, very traditional. So I do the show, and I mentioned that my girlfriend, was a legal secretary, and this guy came up to me afterward, and he's kind of mad. He's like, I can't believe you would tell a room full of strangers that your girlfriend makes more money than you do, and that you're okay with it. I said, I can't believe you watched my entire set and thought I could support 2 people. What the fuck is wrong with you, sir? At a certain point in time, you know? Do love my girlfriend. We were together 4 years. 4 years. Yeah, which is great, because I won a whole lot of money in the family pool. We first got together, my grandma was like, give it 6 weeks. I was like, that's funny, that's how long we give you. Be nice to me, quit calling me a bitch. My girlfriend, we've been together for a while. When we first got together, it was weird how she introduced, like for a little background, my girlfriend calls me a wannabe comedian. Yeah. I was like, this is what I claim on my taxes. Like, it pays for roughly half of everything we have, And roughly. And I told her that. I'm like, listen, I said, I put comedian on a tax form. And she goes, yeah, but all you had to do was write that on the form. If you had to submit a set to the government, you'd be in jail for tax fraud. I was like, man, I really wish I could come back for that. It was a good joke. But when she first introduced the idea of me to her mom and dad, her mom's like, what does he do for a living? She goes, he's a comedian, I guess. And her mom goes, is he funny? And my girlfriend said, he makes money. But I knew I wanted to marry my girlfriend. We've been together 4+ years. I knew I wanted to marry her on our second date, when she said those 12 magic words every guy hopes to hear. You don't have to wear a condom if you don't want to. I was like, you should write for Hallmark. Those are special words. Right away. We did get engaged. We got engaged about 6 months ago or something like that. And thank you. She ran out of options. It's fine. But and the thing is, like she was very old-fashioned. So she wanted me to ask her parents if for permission. And I was excited. I'm like, yeah. And she didn't understand why I wasn't more nervous. She's like, why aren't you more nervous? I'm like, babe, because I'm going to be their only son-in-law without a felony or a pill addiction. I'm good. Like, I am way more nervous about fitting into the booth at the restaurant. And she was sweet. She's like, what happens if they say no? I'm like, I'm 41. At this point, I'm like if they say no, I'll just be like, I guess I'll continue to fuck their daughter for free. At this point, all I'm saying is, do you want a piece of cake or not? That's really it anymore. My girlfriend's funny. She is the most loving person in my life, but she makes fun of me like she's getting paid to do it. Like, I think of her as an emotional sniper whose only reason for waking up in the morning is to ruin my breakfast. We were watching a Bo Burnham comedy special. And I don't know if you guys know him. He's a very funny comedian. And, all right, that hurt my feelings. We were watching it. It was like 9 o'clock in the morning. We're on the couch. And she just stands up and she goes, I'm not into good-looking comedians. Yeah, you see how that would hurt. And I was like, well, I've never cried directly into my cinnamon raisin bagel before, but I like trying new things. A little salty, it's fine. And she figured out what she said. She goes, oh, that's not what I meant. What I meant was, I'm not into successful, good-looking comedians. You fucking nailed it, good for you. And I wanted to be mad, but then I walked downstairs, I looked in the mirror, and I was like, oh, I get it. Because I look like a depressed Kevin James. A mall cop, remember? Like I'm the king of Dairy Queens. And that doesn't pay CBS money, so I get it. She said the funniest thing to me. I was just wearing like a pair of mesh shorts and a t-shirt. And I'm coming up the stairs, and it was like 3 steps, but split level house, I need it. So I go upstairs, and she looked at me and she goes, you look like the third base coach of a winless Little League team. Yeah, one hurt. I didn't know what hurt more. I think it was the winless that really got to me. So I had to ask, I'm like, hey, why winless? She goes, oh, I just figured like if the players are anything like their coach, if they ever got to third base, they wouldn't know what to do. That's why we stopped asking questions in my house, so it's fine. But she's cool. She's very pretty. She's at the point now where she gets really mad when people hit on her, like anybody outside the house. So she started dressing differently when she leaves the house. And I caught her before she left one day, and so she was wearing a pair of my mesh basketball shorts, one of my hooded sweatshirts, and a Mets hat. And I was like, why are you wearing all of my stuff? She looked me right in the eyes and said, I want to look as unfuckable as possible. I was like trying to hurt my feelings because that's a good way to start. And problem is, it's a pretty good plan because I've been wearing the same thing for like 30 years and I've only had 4 girlfriends. 2 of those girlfriends have had more girlfriends than I've had. I've done more for lesbians than most college softball programs. Bigger problem is like, while wearing my clothes, she has now gotten hit on by more people in my clothes than I have ever had. Which makes her a hotter Mike than I'm ever gonna be. And the only way I could think to get a measure of revenge is to start wearing her clothing. I'm just afraid the thong's gonna feel a little too good. I'm a little nervous. Which is funny. I told my girlfriend, I said, I'm not a people pleaser. She said, no shit. I said, that was quick and unnecessary. She said, so are you. I was like, I'm sorry, I'm trying my best. She goes, that's the problem, Mike. Your best sucks. Try someone else's best one time. I swear, the happiest my girlfriend is during sex is when I get off of her. She's like, oh my God, I made it one more time. I'm waiting for the day where she makes me bring a piece of paper and a pen so she can sign it and get credit for community service. It's bad. But believe it or not, my girlfriend is super supportive. She's a good sport. She doesn't mind that I come on stage and talk about her for, I don't know, 48 minutes or whatever it's been. And I just think that for however long it's been, she's happy that I'm up here and not back there trying to touch her. This is her happy time. But the reason she's really supportive, when she was in community theater, when she was in high school, she did community theater. She was in plays. And I'm always like, I'm just sorry I didn't get to see you act. And she's like, oh yeah, you have. Every single time, Mike. My girlfriend's orgasms are like pro wrestling. I know they're fake, but I appreciate the show. Just wait for a big guy to come out from under the head and hit me in the head with a fucking chair. Go with a climax. Alright, I got one more joke for you. Get a little personal here. How many people here have a bidet at home? Yeah, we got 1, 2 guys. Do you like the bidet?
That's my husband.
You like the bidet? Nice. You're not shitting here, are you?
No.
Nothing against the bathroom, but it's not a fucking water geyser. So clean. I don't know why I said that. That was weird. It feels like I knew him. I like asking that question. By the way, I love asking that question so much. It lets me get a. Okay, forget it. I was gonna say a deeper feel for the guy, but that would just been really weird. I did a show. I'm sorry. My brain's going everywhere. I did a show. The first time I asked a question to an audience, I did a show in McGraw, New York. Do you guys know McGraw at all?
Yeah.
It's a very small town right outside of Cortland. McGraw is what happens when a Dollar General goes out of business. It's so weird. The people are cool, so we had a fun time. And we had like 100 people, 125 people in the audience. And I'm on stage, and I ask everybody, I'm like who here has a bidet? And nobody said a word for like 5 seconds, and like nobody made a noise. And finally, one dude goes, "Dude, you're in McGraw. We share a hose." And it was awesome because like they let me use the hose. We got to know each other really well. We had a fun night. If you ever wondered if somebody has a bidet, you don't need to ask. They will let you know. Promise you. I had 3 separate people come up to me. They didn't know each other, were not related, nothing like that. They came up to me and they're like, "Dude, you gotta get a bidet. You gotta get a bidet." And all I could think was, "What about me?" screams, "Now there's a guy who doesn't know how to wipe his ass." It's a very weird question. But the third person said it, and I'm like, maybe that's a sign from the universe. So I went out and got a bidet. Problem is, I'm not a real man. I don't know how to install it. So I called my dad. My dad at the time is 75 years old. He doesn't know what a bidet is either, but he's a team player. So he came over, he brought his tools, came over there, he's in my bathroom on his hands and knees, and he's putting it in the bidet. He's almost got it done. And he looks up and he goes, "What is this?" So I'm 40. I have to explain to my dad, my 75-year-old dad, that his 40-year-old son spent $40 on a machine that sprays water directly up his asshole. My dad stopped working. He put his tools down. He got to his feet, looked me right in the eye, shook his head no. Walked out of the door. He went home. My sister calls me 10 minutes later, and she goes, "So, Dad says you're a bit gay?" I was like, no. I got a bidet. She said, "Yeah, he mentioned the bidet too." You guys have been fantastic. Thank you so much. Make it loud for Madeline.